ist noch nicht hier, dann nutze ich die Gelegenheit doch mal, um euch zu sagen, dass sie jetzt einen Podcast hat. Mit ihrem besten Freund Pascal. Ist ziemlich witzig. Heißt Kühlschrank-Pinguine und ihr findet ihn auf dem YouTube-Kanal Kühlschrank-Pinguine Podcast. Link in der Videobeschreibung. Oh, ich glaube, sie kommt. Viel Spaß beim Video. Hey Rabbits, it's Trixie, and do you also have this one relative, most likely a man 50 plus, that always cracks the same jokes? Always the same funny sayings and catchphrases? And they think they are hilarious, while everyone else in the same room is like... I call these phrases unfunny uncle phrases, even though in my case my grandfather is guilty of using them. Or as he calls himself, der Opa aus Europa. And you know, it's okay. He's over 80, he's trying to entertain his family, and good for him, completely oblivious to the cringe everyone is feeling inside. In this video, I want to share some of his gems. Here are 6 unfunny uncle phrases in German. Lieber Arm dran als Arm ab. If I got $1 every time I've heard that one, I'd definitely not be arm. You see, arm means poor. Der Arm means, well, the arm. And this phrase is supposed to be a wordplay. Arm dran sein is to be poorly off or to have a hard time. So this whole saying translates to something like, having a hard time is better than having just one arm. No offense to anyone missing a limb, but yeah, that's how this saying goes. And it's just so cheesy and useless. You're talking a problem down by comparing it to losing an arm? What is this? Just imagine my grandfather would complain to me about the neighbor's cat pooping into his garden. And I'd be like, says the guy who has a nose. You could be far worse off. Think of Voldemort. He'd gladly take the pooping cat to have his nose back. See, that doesn't help. It doesn't make sense. Next up, keine Panik auf der Titanic. No need for panic on the Titanic. But yes, there is. The Titanic is one of the most inconvenient things to include into a saying that's supposed to calm people down. A sunken ship? A tragic event with more than 1,500 deaths? Yes, let's make a catchy no panic phrase out of that. Why? Because it rhymes. Now, I don't really know who came up with that first. The phrase has been part of several German pop songs by Jürgen Drews or Udo Lindenberg, for instance. So if you consider this some sort of creative approach or just grim humor, you do you. But I simply grew very, very tired of it. Ohne Moos, nix los. Nothing can happen without moss. Now, before you wonder if Germans like carrying moss around with them, like some sort of modern urban druid, nope, it's a slang word for money. You can't do anything without money. I leave it up to you to decide whether or not that's true, but what I can definitely tell is that I cannot hear this phrase anymore. My grandfather drops it kind of randomly, even if nobody's actually talking money. I don't know, something must be triggering this phrase somehow, and then bloop, there it is. The next phrase has been puzzling me for years. Nur die Harten kommen Garten. Only the hard ones make it into the garden. What garden? Who's hard? Why is soft bad? Do the hard ones even want to be in the garden? And most importantly, is this a code for something dirty? I finally looked it up and nope, it's super boring. Hard ones refers to frost-resisting plants that can stay outside in the garden during winter. I bet even my grandfather doesn't know that, making this phrase even more random and redundant. It sounds so tough, but it's about gardening. That's some serious grandparents' gangsta slang. Only frost-resistant plants should be outside in winter. Another one I've heard a million times. Wer rastet, der rostet. Sind wir bald durch? Ist Zeit für meinen Mittagsschlaf. If you rest, you'll rust. And yeah, I get the spirit, but come on, we have to rest sometimes. Always pushing ourselves, never taking a break. That's not healthy either. I prefer rust over a burnout. And I guess the main reason why I dislike it so much is that when my grandfather says it, he says it sitting in a chair, resting. In fact, my grandfather would be 95% rust if that saying were true. It's kind of cute. I don't hate it. It's just one of those things that too many people said too many times. And lastly, my favorite. This is just... Eine Kuh macht Muhl, viele Kühe, machen Mühe. This is funny when you're 3 to 5 years old and never again after that. But your unfunny uncle will keep saying it every time you visit, expecting you to burst out in laughter due to the originality and cleverness of this gorgeous pun. And then you go, because you love him. But deep inside you're like, meep. Eine Kuh macht Muh, viele Kühe machen Mühe. One cow goes moo, many cows make work. Because die Mühe, effort, kind of looks like it could be the plural version of moo. I don't know, if you don't get it, don't worry too much. It's so stupid that I love it. Like 1/2 of me, or let's say 1/3 of me laughs a little, and the rest dies a little. What do you think, guys? Which vibes are you getting from these German phrases? Which other unfunny uncle phrases do you know? I want to stress that even though I made fun of unfunny uncles in today's video, I do appreciate them and their humor. It's making me happy that they draw pure joy out of these simple phrases. And in the end, they just want to give some of this happiness to others as well. I really hope that you enjoyed today's video. If so, please leave a like. Subscribe to Don't Trust the Rabbit for more videos like this one, and if you want to support my channel even a bit more, you can also find me on Patreon. I would really appreciate your help. Also, it would mean the world to me if you checked out my new podcast. It's in German and we've just recently started it. It's called Kühlschrankpinguine. It has its own YouTube channel, and yeah, maybe you can just come by and check out a few episodes. I wish you all a wonderful day, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye!